Cagers being fueled by their sixth man. And they're still coming in droves here. Marami pang taong dumadating. Nakikita natin from the entrances. And this promises to be a very great game ahead of us. Matiliano completes the end one. They're up 5-2 early on. The set one. TJ Isit misses on the left-hand layup. And it's interesting here for San Juan, they're playing their second straight away game. When they went up against Nueva Ecija, that Rice Vanguards crowd was just really crazy and talagang nadala na lang sila ng pressure ng crowd nun.
And I think that's what made them ready for this crowd also, no? And they're also feeding off the energy of the crowd, which is good, a good atmosphere.
Katimbuhan with another great drop pass. But Kudal met by Jammer Hamito at top. 3 seconds remaining here to shoot para sa Muntinlupa. Let's first turn you over to Sidney Crespo.
For San Juan's head coach Randy Alcantara, they are still far from what they want to be in this season. 3-4 standing is not a typical win-loss record for San Juan, according to Coach Randy, and the challenges never stop. He's still figuring out how he can maximize the talents of his team. 3 guys from the original champion team and half his new recruits. Overall, he says the different characteristics could still be an advantage. They just have to find a better rhythm together, as some of his ex-pro players have had long breaks as well. Your thoughts on this, guys?
Thank you so much for that report, Sydney. That's right. Yung 3-4 record ng San Juan, that's not something that we're used to seeing here in the Mpbl. They are, after all, a former champion team dito sa ating liga. Katimbuhan now with the basketball, gives it to Alano. There's a steal by Jammer Hamito, one of the former ex-PBA players on this squad para sa San Juan. Omar misses on the 3-point try. Matiliano will bring it up for Muntinlupa.
For both teams, no, wala pa tayong nakikita na clean na possession. Medyo scrappy pa, both teams.
Arboleda gets a screen from Alano. He draws Calisano on the switch. Tries to spin his way inside, but caught with a travel there as he drags his pivot foot on that move. 6-12 remaining here in this first quarter. We're tied at 5 apiece. As Garen said, both teams looking to find some rhythm offensively. Aquino swings it to Orlan Omar. Omar for 3. Hit a shot from that same spot earlier, but couldn't make one this time. Katimbuhan will slow things down for Muntinlupa. Two-man game, high ball screen with Kudal. Katimbuhan, floater, doesn't work. Calisano with the rebound.
I think playing off in front of this wild crowd, no, talagang nakakaiba rin talaga ng gameplay. You don't know what's happening, medyo magulo. That's what we're seeing right now.
Oh, both teams still trying to adjust, feeling their way through this match. But as I said earlier, a lot of veterans on both teams. So little by little, masasanay din ng mga to. Katimbuhan being pressured by Isit from the backcourt. Safely gets it across. Matiliano thought of a 3. Attacks the defense. Alano. Baki Acosta now in the game. 4 on the shot clock. Matiliano. Wow. That's all net para kay Domart Matiliano.
We have the third league leading scorer in Domart Matiliano. At nakita nga doon na maaasahan talaga siya.
And Hamito is stripped of the leather. No numbers here from Muntinlupa. Katimbuhan wisely pulls it back. Arboleda gets it back to John. Kudal at the elbow. He's gonna go against Hamito, trying to muscle his way into that paint. Couldn't get it.
Well, you
Decent
like,
with the board.
you like what we're seeing here. Yung patience nga ng big men ng Muntinlupa. But they're not trying to force anything. Oh, big three by Hamito.
3-point shot, courtesy of Jammer Hamito. And we'll go into this timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo. Team matchups here on your screens. Looking at the numbers this season para sa parehong koponan. What stands out to you here, Garrett?
Well, kitang-kita dito ang difference sa points allowed ng Muntinlupa Cagers, which says a lot about their defense, no? Allowing the opponents to score 85 or more.
Defense really the name of the game para dito sa San Juan, especially with Coach Randy Alcantara at the helm. He likes putting a heavy premium on that side of the basketball. As they get a stop here, the Knights, Hamito, trail job, doesn't work, gets his own miss. Bomar, 3 for 3. And that would be a push, and that's going to go up against.
Sayang yun for the San Juan Knights. 4-2, hindi maka-convert.
That's the third miss from 3-point country galing dito kay Orlan Mamar. And he will be given a spell on the bench in favor of Marvin Taiwan. Matiliano gets the basketball. Katimbuhan. Two-man game with Delano on the left side. Gets it back to his big man. Just short on that lay-in was Justin. Nevertheless, 2 shots coming right up para sa kanya as he was fouled on the way up. Team foul number 4 para sa white shirts. Justin Alano, 6 points, 4 rebounds per contest so far in 4 games this season for Coach Jules Hidalgo.
Well, what you want to see from the bigs of Muntinlupa, like Justin Alano, no, is to be more aggressive, like what he's doing right now. Look for that foul or try to score inside the paint.
Yeah, and that's right, no, Garen. I think with the front line as talented and as deep as San Juan has, you want the Muntinlupa bigs to be able to get them with fouls para medyo numibis ang rotation nila. Coy Alves checks into the game for Coach Jules Hidalgo. You sit at the controls here for San Juan as we look at the field goal stories on your screens. 3 out of 11 for both squads.
Like what we said, start ng game pa lang, medyo scrappy nga for both teams. Thus, having that not so good field goal percentage for both teams.
But Taiwan getting a drive inside and the floater to go plus the foul and one opportunity coming right up for the former EAC general. Completes the bonus and San Juan now up by 3 points. Alves hands it off to Domart. Matiliano, lefty against lefty with Taiwan. Hook pass to Codal. Alves, perimeter jumper. That's long. And possession will stay with Muntinlupa. Harold Arboleda will be the designated inbounder. Codal hands it off to Katimbuhan. Alves just couldn't take the heat of that pass. Taiwan, will he finish?
Oh, wow.
Yes, he will.
That was a good finish by Marvin Taiwan. Kitang-kita yung athleticism pati yung skill.
Only averaging 3 points per ball game. Already has 5. Itong si Marvin Taiwan. Katimbuhan tried to hook it to Alves. But again, a turnover on the side of Muntinlupa.
You see they're trying to really go down deep to their bigs pero hindi lang makontrol ng mga big men ng Muntinlupa.
There's that finish with the left hand galing kay Marvin Taiwan. 5 points now in the game para sa kanya. And here he is again, gets the handoff from Bunyag. And another basket para kay Marvin. Katimbuhan swings to Koy Alves. Gets the pick. Jab step. And that's going to be a walk on Koy Alves. Let's see that drive once again by Taiwan. Little hesitation. And the floater again with the left hand. Marvin Taiwan, spectacular showing so far in the early goings of our game. Turnover story on your screens. 4-1 plus 3 dyan. Muntinlupa. Taiwan spinning to the strong side. First miss of the game para sa kanya. And Isit gives up the foul against Harold Arboleda.
Ang dami yatang highlights gusto gawin ni Taiwan in today's game.
Yeah, that could have been one more added to his reel for this one. CJ Isit, that foul puts them over the penalty. And this will be 2 shots coming up para dito kay Harold Arboleda. (15-9) is the count. 6-point lead para dito sa San Juan Knights. Sinks the first. Arboleda averaging 7 points, almost 8 rebounds per game, and 2.8 assists. Perfect from the line on that trip. Now just a 2-possession ball game staring at Muntinlupa.
This time we see a full court pressure given by the Muntinlupa Cagers. Pero medyo parang sinashadow lang nila yung ball handler. Wala masyadong pressure.
Fuentes kicks it out to Maki Acosta. And that is a shot that he loves to take. Very efficient shooter from the outside. Soft touch for the big man.
And that's what you like to have in your team, diba? A big man that can shoot. Inside and outside. Yun na napapakita ni Maki Acosta. Maaasahan rin sa labas.
Arboleda gets the handoff from Koy Alves. Up and under, works para kay Harold.
Good patience there by Arboleda. Kita naman kung bakit siya isang veteran.
Former perpetual help standout ito si Harold Arboleda. Taiwan. Judel Fuentes, one pick, one dribble. This is all the 3-point shot.
Ganon yung mga ball fake na gusto mo talaga, yung susubo mo sa mukha ng defender kaya kakagat. Oh, what a bad foul over there.
One of the cardinal sins of basketball, fouling a jump shooter. Let's look at that again. Taiwan tried to chase off Matiliano off that screen, but hit a little bit of the wrist on that one. This will mean 3 free throws for the leading scorer of Muntinlupa.
I think what's good with San Juan is that very nagpe-pressure talaga sila on defense pero medyo nagiging risky na nga putting them at the penalty, no? Agad-agad.
Oh, there's always a fine line between playing good pressure defense in gambling. As Matiliano hits that free throw. Three for three from the line. Galing dito kay Domark Matiliano. That's already 9 points in the game para sa kanya. Taiwan. And Fuentes could not get that shot to go as we end our first quarter of action. It has been a close game so far as both teams exchanging baskets in that first period. Katimbuan getting a couple of great passes inside to Justin Alano. And Domark Matiliano finding his range early on para dito sa Muntinlupa. But Marvin Taiwan coming in and providing quality minutes as he already has 7 points off the bench para kay Coach Randy Alcantara. Look at this. Highlight after highlight for the lefty out of EAC. 18-16 is our count. After one, we will be back for the seventh quarter of action. Back here inside the Muntinlupa Sports Complex in Muntinlupa City. Looking at the crowd here supporting their home team, the Muntinlupa Cagers, going up against the visiting San Juan Knights. Go for gold as their team looks to get a victory here. And you're looking at Muntinlupa City Mayor Rufy Biazon enjoying the action, supporting his team, trying to get win number 3. Second quarter of action now underway. Jodel Fuentes telegraphing that pass and finishing in transition.
And that's what you want, no? Tuloy lang yung energy coming into this second quarter. Medyo naging masyadong risky nga sila ng first quarter, pero tuloy pa rin ang kanilang energy dito sa defensive side, ang itong San Juan Knights.
Almost a steal there by Denison, but Muntinlupa able to recover that shot way off. And here are the Knights once again. Fuentes, up pick, dribbling to the basket and finishing strong.
Ang ganda ng tira na yun. Very effective yung kanyang shot fake, kaya naman napalibre ng sobra for that layup.
Jodel Fuentes playing really well in this one. Look at that fake, attacking the long closeout. A no-help defense to challenge that layup. Galing dito kay Jodel Rick Fuentes. San Juan now up by 6, 22-16. The Muntinlupa Cagers trying to hack out a victory here against the 3 and 4 San Juan Knights. Go for gold. Muntinlupa sporting a 2-2 record They lost their last game against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns after picking up back-to-back wins against Bacoor and Marikina. Bench points on your screens, 14-0 para sa San Juan.
Just like in their previous games, no, San Juan talaga really shares the ball and nakikita na yung energy ng mga bench players nila natatapatan ang mga starters.
San Juan, one of those teams with very deep rosters, as a foul called before the buzzer sounded. Let's see here, our referees will review this one. Harold Arboleda spinning into the lane and getting fouled, but makikita natin sa ating replay if that was right in the nick of time. So Garen, for Muntinlupa, why have they been unsuccessful in their past offensive tries?
Well, kita natin sa mga nangyayari nila when they try to execute their plays, nawawala ang mga bola at dumadami ang turnover nila trying to execute. I think it's all because of the defense by San Juan. Very pesky ang defense nila. It's all over your face.
Well, that has been a trademark of Coach Randy Alcantara's teams all throughout his coaching career. He may have great offensive players, but one thing that is needed of everybody on his roster, whichever team he coaches, is the desire to play great defense. Miss on the line, galing dito kay Harold Arboleda, and possession will swing back to San Juan. Five-point lead here para sa Knights. Almost 2 minutes into the second quarter. Denison doesn't hand it off to Orlan. Bunyag at the post, quick step into the lane, finishes.
That was a good patient offense brought to you by San Juan. Kita naman, hindi pa makita yung malinis na pasa, hinintay makaposesyon kanyang big man.
B-Boy Engyo now checking into the game. Gets a double screen on the middle. Arboleda driving baseline, sidestep met by the defense of Bunyag, but Alves is there for the putback.
Good timing by Alves, not giving up on that ball, finding that shot underneath the basket.
24-19 is the count. Denison decides to take the three, but that is way off. Galing dito kay Ron Denison. Stop here for the Cagers and a chance to trim down this 5-point deficit. Substitutions once again para dito sa San Juan. The Ligas will get the call and get Ron Denison on the bench. Turnover story on your screens, +5 here for Muntinlupa. San Juan really taking care of possessions here. And points off turnover, San Juan capitalizing on a lot of those, 6-0.
And yun na nga, San Juan very pesky on defense and they're maximizing on every opportunity they can get when they get the ball.
Engyo missing on that laner. Just short on that attempt. Fuentes attacking the rim once again.
That was another good fake by Fuentes. Kitang-kita. Set your feet, go for that fake, and drive to the basket.
So good, you have to see that twice. Arboleda just too late, caught in the dust. Bonus free throw coming right up para dito kay Judel Fuentes. Former CEU Scorpion. A lot of great guards coming out of that program. Alvin Abundo, of course, also one of them, as well as Orlan Mamar. Fuentes fails to capitalize on that end one. And Muntinlupa right now with the leather. B-Boy for three. That's off to the right. Cudal couldn't secure the board. Wamar, forward pass to Fuentes. What an excellent feed.
Grabe si Fuentes, you had that left hand layup open, ni-reverse mo pa sa kanan.
But what a great pass there by Orlan Wamar. Here he is with the steal and finishes.
And that's what you want from your guards. Tuloy lang ang defense, and once you get the ball, try to convert.
5 points now in the game para dito kay Orlan Wamar. 2 guard rotation on the floor para kay Coach Randy Alcanta, working wonders for his team. Engyo gets it to Cudal. Cudal, short stab is good. Still a 9-point lead here for the Knights. Fuentes against Harold Arboleda. Hook pass, Jammer Hamito. Short stab for him is good as well.
That was a flashy pass by Fuentes. Good thing nasalo ni Hamito at na-convert ng 2 points.
Chemistry there on full display para sa San Juan. That was a tough catch and tough finish. Engyo into the lane. Couldn't get it to go. Katimbuan blocked. Battle for the ball. Bodies on the floor and a scramble. There's 2 Muntinlupa players on the floor plus Jammer Hamito. It's Justin Alano and Steven Cudal battling for the leather.
I mean, that's what you want to see from the players, diba? Diving for that ball. Laro lang. Sportsmanship pa rin at the end of the day.
Well, here's what happened there. Alano, first one on the floor, and Hamito and Cudal joining in on the party. But possession points to the direction of the San Juan Knights. Fuentes off the pin down. Yes!
Wow. Pagka-release pa lang ng bola sa kamay, alam mo nang pasok talaga. That was a good shot by Fuentes.
11 points now in the game para sa kanya. All in the second quarter. Already surpassing his average of 10.7. Arboleda trying to go for that baiting. Matiliano up and under. That's a tough shot. Wamar will be fouled by Arboleda. And Engyo makes his way to the bench for another homegrown talent. Ito si Alba coming into the game. First, let's turn you over to Cindy Crespo for a report. Sid?
Muntinlupa's last home game was a treat for everyone, giving their hometown a very convincing win. They have energy, but consistency is what head coach Jules Hidalgo wants to maintain. But even with the recent loss, he says the guys are learning to step up gradually, which is a big thing, especially as some are still recovering from sickness. According to him, his team wasn't 100% last game versus Pampanga, but he hopes a better ending tonight. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much for that report, Sid. And that's right, consistency has been a primary problem here for Coach Jules Hidalgo as his team looks to get some sort of rhythm going in this season. That's also a tough job if your key players are coming off sicknesses and injuries. Let's see if Muntinlupa will be able to go 2-0 this season sa kanilang home floor. They last played here against the Marikina Shoemasters and won, but lost their last game against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns by a huge margin. Here they are with the possession.
Well, speaking of consistency, no, kita naman natin sa Muntinlupa, Cagers, na grabe ang energy nila on offense and defense, but they really have to execute better on their offensive plays.
Fuentes couldn't hit the three. Rebound by the Knights. Wamar gets the three-pointer to go on the recycle.
The guards of San Juan gaining more confidence little by little while they hit their shots after making stops. And there you go again.
Hamito carries it through. And this is now a huge 19-point advantage and another turnover by Matiliano. Wamar, what will he do here? Doliges for 3. Yes!
Oh, wow. That was too open for the San Juan Knights to miss. And para dito sa Cagers, no? Kailangan pa ng extra ball movement to break this press. Hindi pwede mag one-on-one lang talaga.
That's already turnover number 10 para dito sa Muntinlupa. And this lead has ballooned to 22. 3:05 remaining in the second. Arboleda. Easy lane to the basket.
I mean, if they want to stay in this game, they have to continue making stops and slow down the San Juan Knights. Hindi pwedeng makipagpalitan ng basket after basket dito.
Here they are with the stop. Matiliano asking for the pick against Alano. Cross court, Harold Arboleda trying to free himself from O'Neal Arim. Couldn't get that basket to go. Omar tracks down the leather. Arim, hard to the hole. And possession will go to the Cagers. Omar kicking it out to Clint Doliges, who was wide open for that three-point shot. And that three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. First 3 points in the game para kay Clint Doliges. 6 out of 15 from 3-point country itong San Juan, while Muntinlupa only 1 out of 3.
So kita natin, mas maraming attempts talaga itong San Juan Knights. They're trying to execute better in their offense. Pero itong Muntinlupa, medyo nalilimit nga ang kanilang mga shots offensively.
And there's going to be a foul called on the floor. It's going to be, I believe, against O'Neal Arim. So it's going to be a sideline inbound here para sa Muntinlupa. 2 minutes of change remaining in the first half. This has been terrible second quarter para sa Muntinlupa. San Juan has been hitting a lot of their shots, especially from the outside. Katimbuhan gets it to Alano. 1 on the clock. That shot will not count as it was attempted way after the buzzer was sounded.
I think what's very effective for the San Juan Knights right now is pressuring up top dun sa mga guardia nila, kaya nahihirapan mapasok yung bola sa mga big men.
You're looking at Mayor Rufy Biazon na tumutulong sa grassroots program ng ating founder na si Senator Manny Pacquiao. So thank you, sir, for helping the good cause ng ating founder na si Senator Manny Pacquiao. Aquino back in the game. Doliges driving inside, fouled on the way up. See a more conscious effort by Doliges to find his shot in this one after hitting that three-pointer from the left flank. Now 2 free throws coming right up para sa kanya. Hits the first. Product of the San Beda University. Also a former PBA player, itong si Clint Doliges. Played for the Northport Batang Pierre. Mark Olayon making his first appearance in this game. 45-23 is the count. We are winding down this second period. Still full court defense being showed here by San Juan, despite the huge advantage.
I mean, that's what you want from your players, no? Hindi wag mo na bigyan ng room for confidence tong Muntinlupa. Tuloy-tuloy na, pukpukin ang kalalamangan.
Let's travel on Marvin Taiwan. That leather going back to Muntinlupa. And we all know how important it is to be able to maintain your lead and not let the opposing team get back. Only the third turnover of San Juan in this game compared to already 12 for Muntinlupa. As another foul called here on the white shirts. Sideline inbound here for Muntinlupa. 14 left on their shot clock. Little misdirection on the side. Matiliano, he likes that spot, hits the three.
That was a deep three, may Bataliano. Pero like when he released the ball, kita mo na, diretso na. Wala nang tinamaan.
Olayon, the lefty. Domart gets the steal. Katimbuhan gets to the hole. Dipsy-do doesn't work. Madera trying to keep it alive, but San Juan ends up with the ball. Doliges hesitates on the three. Taiwan doesn't. That's a miss. And that's going to be a loose ball foul on John Katimbuhan.
Foul number 22 for Muntinlupa is first. That's the fourth team foul for Muntinlupa Cagers.
First personal on Katimbuhan and team foul number 4 on the Cagers. The next foul puts them over the limit here. 7.6 seconds remaining in our first half. This possibly could be the last possession of San Juan for this half. And Coach Randy Alcantara wanting to draw up a good play as he wants to go for a score here. 7.6 seconds once again remaining here in the first half. 45-26 is the count. Back here inside the Muntinlupa Sports Complex, you see the crowd of Muntinlupa here still coming in droves. And we're already in the second quarter, winding down this first half. Very supportive of their home team, the Cagers. But they're down by 19 here against the Sun Knights Go for Gold, 45-26. Happy Palanya together with Garen Elorde and with Sidney Crespo bringing in the action from the broadcast panel. This is the third game of your Monday triple header. 7.6 remaining here. Abundo gets it to Taiwan. Gets it back. Alvin having trouble with the leather, but last touch will be on Harold Arboleda.
Ganda ng potential ng play na yun. You see that he was open for that three, pero hindi nga lang niya na-control yung bola.
Tactical substitutions here for Coach Randy Alcantara. Fuentes and Mamar will check in. So a lot of shooters on the floor here para sa San Juan. Taiwan gets it to Mamar. High looper. That doesn't seem to go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, marks the end of the first 20 minutes of action as Orlin Omar and the rest of the San Juan Knights go for gold. Still up comfortably here against the home team. The Muntinlupa Cagers 45-26. Let's look at the highlights of the player of the half. Itong si Judel Rick Fuentes.
Yun nga, si Judel Fuentes, kita natin, very efficient coming into the first 2 quarters of the game. Hitting shots from the inside and outside. Kaya naman lumalaki lalo ang lamang ng San Juan Knights.
11 points, 5 out of 9 from the field, giving his team a 19-point lead over the home squad. Let's turn you over to Cindy Crespo, who is with Judel Fuentes.
Yes, Javi and Garen, I'm with our best player at the half from San Juan Knights. Of course, we have Judel Fuentes. Judel, what a great performance in the first half. Ang gandang energy ang pinakita ninyo. Ano yung mindset that you guys have prior to this game? At anong paalala ni Coach Randy?
Siguro, una-una, nagpapasalamat kami kay Lord na binigyan kami ng lakas. Na, ayun nga, laging sinasabi ni Coach Randy sa amin na kailangan namin maglaro ng 100% na lalo na sa depensa namin.
Now for you, Judel, anong masayo mo sa performance mo? Are you satisfied? At ano pa ang makikita namin the second half?
It's all about God. Yun na po.
Alright, thank you so much, Judel. See you later at the second half. Huwag po kayong alis mga kaligay. Magbabalik po ang OK Bet Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Wife ko po si Winnie. Kaya lang, makakasama ko po sa Mpbl coaches at saka sa PBAT League. So, one group of coaches kami.
Sad time. Welcome back. This is OK Bet Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. We are here at the halftime of our main game between the Muntinlupa Cagers and the San Juan Knights. I'm Cindy Crespo and I'm joined by these gentlemen here at the halftime. We have Assistant Coach Jerry of San Juan and of course our mayor here in Muntinlupa, Honorable Rudy Biazon. Good evening, gentlemen. Unahin ko na si Coach Jerry. Coach Jerry, you guys are coming from a recent loss. But that was also a great performance. But your thoughts on that first half?
So far, we're playing good. Yun yung gusto ng mga coaches. So, we want to build our confidence. Because yung 4 losses namin, either way, pwede kami manalo. So, yung end game miscue. So, ayun yung gusto namin makita. Pero for the first half, so far, nandun yung gusto namin. Nasusustain namin yung energy. We're forcing turnover. So, at least nagagamit namin yung iba namin player.
Very true, Coach. Ngayon, excited pa kami makita ang second half. May mga gusto po kayong batiin or pasalamatan?
Good evening lang din sa mga taga Muntinlupa. This is my hometown. So, kaya lang, for basketball sake, nasa ibang group of coaches ako. So, I love playing here in Muntinlupa, competing against my hometown. Thank you.
Ayan, so taga Muntinlupa pala si Coach. Pero Coach, thank you so much. Ayan, of course, we have Mayor Rudy. Narinig po natin ang suporta ng mga taga Muntinlupa sa inyo. Mayor, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I wanted to ask, dahil this is only the second time here in Muntinlupa, pero we always have a great crowd. Gaano ka-importante ang sports dito sa Muntinlupa? And do you guys have projects around sports?
It's of course very important sa amin sa Muntinlupa ang sports, lalong-lalo na para sa youth development and yung promotion ng health and wellness. And as you can see, Muntinlupa has invested in sports not only with this basketball facility, dun sa labas, nandyan yung ating track and field oval and may katabi pa na Olympic-sized swimming pool. So makikita mo, we are investing in sports.
We can really see that, Mayor. Of course, we are also joined by Team Manager Tristan. Sir, good evening din po sa inyo. That was a very great crowd as always here. Now, baka po may mga gusto kayong batiin or pasalamatan. Unahin na po natin si Mayor.
Well, pinapasalamatan natin lahat ng fans na nandito. As you can see, mga Muntinlupeño, all-out support sa Basketball League. And of course, to the viewers out there, keep on supporting sports para po sa kabataan.
All right. Thank you so much again, Sir Tristan, Mayor Rudy, and Coach Jerry. More basketball action. When we return. But for now, we'll be right back. More basketball action when we return.
Halftime here at the Muntinlupa Sports Complex, where the home team, the Cagers, are down by 19 against the visiting San Juan Knights. Go for gold. This is the third game of your Monday triple header of the OK Bet 2022 Mpbl regular season, presented by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances. It was a good start for Muntinlupa, but eventually the defense of San Juan held on and they were able to build this huge lead.
Yeah, like what you said, no, the defense of the San Juan Knights, very effective, very efficient all throughout the first half. The guards have been playing very well for the San Juan Knights. Rick Fuentes, Orlan Wamar, and Marwin Taiwan.
The guards have been shouldering the load offensively, but it has been the defense, as I said earlier, that has been fueling their offense. Everybody chipping in. Ito nga si Judel Fuentes, not just doing it from the outside, also attacking the hole. Orlan Wamar giving great outlet passes. What a fight that was to his partner, Judel Fuentes. Muntinlupa just struggling to even get the ball across that half-court line, as they have forced numerous turnovers against this Cager squad. Another three-pointer here on the way para kay Judel Fuentes. He has 11 points in the first two quarters. Numbers here from the half, Garrett.
As you can see here, no, assists for the San Juan, 12 to 5. Kita natin ang ball movement. Laging nahanap ang open guy. Regardless kung open, laging meron silang nahanap na mas open. At sa steals nga, no, merong discrepancy of 8 to 3. Dahil nga yan sa binibigay na pesky full-court defense ng San Juan Knights.
And we can see the leading scorers right now at the half. Ito nga si Judel Fuentes leading San Juan with 11, Orlan Umar with 8, Taiwan with 7, and Jammer Hamito with 7 as well. On the other side, it's Domark Mataliano leading the way for Coach Jules Hidalgo with 12. Harold Alboleda has 7. Justin Alano and Steven Godel with 3 and 2 respectively. And Garen mentioned earlier that what Muntinlupa has to do here is to take care of the basketball. Simple as that, right?
That's right. Well, on offense naman, nakikita na they're really trying to be as efficient as San Juan. Pero yun nga, dahil sa turnovers, sa ball control nila, lalo na pag na-feed yung bigs, nawawala.
So Muntinlupa facing a tall task here as we enter the third frame. And San Juan doesn't look like it's going to keep its foot off the gas pedal as they're looking to improve to 500 in this season. San Juan sporting a 3-4 record, samantalang itong Muntinlupa at 2-2.
Looking at the Muntinlupa Cagers, Javi, ano masasabi mo sa warm-up t-shirts nila, yung Muntinlupa na orange?
No comment ako dyan. Baka makancel tayo dyan, Garrett. A third quarter here underway. San Juan with first possession. Wamar off the curl, drops it off to Hamito. That's an easy score para sa kanya.
And that's what San Juan has been doing efficiently, no? Moving the ball, passing the ball, and looking for that open guy.
The chemistry and the synergy on full display here for the Knights. Arboleda draws Calisano on the switch. Gives it up to Domar. Matiliano, left hand shot. That's going to be a miss, but a foul given up by San Juan.
You can see the difference in the offense being played by Muntinlupa and San Juan. Sa Muntinlupa, mas maraming dribbling na nangyayari. Dribble and drive, dribble and kick out ang nangyayari. Compared sa San Juan, they move the ball without having to dribble the ball.
Eh, sabi nga nila, more dribble, minsan more mistakes ang nangyayari. And Muntinlupa already with 13 turnovers so far in this game compared to San Juan's 4. And the depth of the Knights in full display, as we saw earlier, na 28 bench points na nga ang meron ng Knights. Only 2 here for the Cagers.
And that's what you get when you play good defense. So, naiikot talaga yung opensa at nasi-share yung basketball ng maayos. Whoever runs the paint gets to score.
47 to 27, 20-point lead still here para sa San Juan. Abundo finds Hamito open. Gets his own miss. 2 opportunities resulting in nothing para kay Jammer. Lamarck Madaliano pushing the basketball. Transition defense is right there para sa San Juan. Alano flashes to the middle. Backdoor, Katimbuhan with a finish.
That was a good find by the big man, finding the guard for that backdoor cut.
Wamar from the left corner. That's a miss. Katimbuhan ends up with a rebound, and there's going to be a foul on the rebound play. Arboleda and Aquino both find themselves on the floor. First, let's turn you over to Cindy Crespo for her report.
Coach Jules Hidalgo already mentioned prior to this game that this is not going to be a walk in the park, as he described San Juan to be a tough and organized squad. Patience on their defense is a top priority as per the Muntinlupa coaches come second half. Sabi nga ni Coach Jules, he wanted Muntinlupa to be known as a defensive team, kaya kailangan nilang tiyagain ang laro with double the efforts compared to their losses. Thoughts on this, guys?
Thank you for that report, Sydney. Coach Jules Hidalgo, sabi nga sa report ni Sydney, wants Muntinlupa to be one of the top defensive teams in this league. But so far, what are your thoughts on that, Garen?
Well, like what we said earlier, no, kita naman yung energy and the desire to make stops. Pero yun nga lang, hindi nila nako-complete yung stops nila with their turnovers. Hindi sila maka-convert when they make a stop. Pero halata naman that they're trying to change a system that they have and try to be more defensive as a team.
Obviously, itong Muntinlupa, when you look at them on paper compared to the Knights, much more inexperienced team despite having veterans like Harold Arboleda, Steven Codal, and Justin Alano. The San Juan Knights team, just a wealth of basketball experience between all the players on their roster. A lot of them former PBA players. You have Ron Denison, Jammer Hamito, Michael Calisaan, and Mark Olayon.
And that's a luxury to have, no? Players na marami ng experience and the system na gumagana pa para sa kanila.
There's Jammer Hamito with another score inside. He's been having his way against the front line of Muntinlupa. Oh, almost good pressure defense there coming from Aquino.
Munti ka na matawagan ng 8-second call yun. With a good defense nga.
Here's Abundo, that lob to Jammer Hamito. And the finish against 3 Muntinlupa defenders. That's 30 points now in the game for the former Meralco Bold. Katimbuhan at the controls here for Muntinlupa. Backbreaking screen by Alano. Charges it to the lane. And that's going to be an offensive foul.
Huli, masyadong nababa yung balikat. Itong si Alano.
Turnover once again para sa kanila. That's turnover number 15. Let's look at that again. Ayun, no? Nakababa yung left
nandun lang
shoulder.
yung referee sa harap. Kaya huling-huli.
Another possession here for San Juan. Still 2-3 zone here for Muntinlupa. Hamito kicks it out. Left corner. Abundo 3. Doesn't go. Katimbuhan gives it up to Arboleda. Harold drives middle, leaves it for Codal, and the big man will finish.
That was a good pass by Arboleda, no? Nakuha niya yung depensa, kaya nga nalibre ang kanyang big man.
Final 24 seconds of this one. And final score na lang inaantay natin dito mga kaibigan. This outcome has all been decided. Angel will get this layup to go. And San Juan will dribble this one out. The Knights hiking up their record to 4-4, now at 500, while dropping the Muntinlupa Cagers to 2-3. The first loss of Muntinlupa on their own floor, but just complete and utter dominance by San Juan in this game, Garen.
Well, a lot of things to learn from this game nga para sa Muntinlupa Cagers, no? Losing by a big margin, pero mukha namang promising ang future games nitong mga Muntinlupa Cagers. Adjusting to the defense from time and time again, and mukhang yung eagerness na naman nila to play and to win, nandun naman.
84-56, big victory here for San Juan. We'll be back with the best player of this game.
Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalitin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama.
Welcome back mga kaliga. This Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. The San Juan Knights are back on the winning column. Kasama ko ngayon si Judel Fuentes. Judel, what an emphatic performance. Sobrang daming nag-enjoy. Pero Judel, for you, paano nyo sinigurado na hindi didikit ang Muntinlupa and that you guys will secure this win?
Maintain lang namin yung tinakbo namin sa first half, lalo na sa defense namin. Kasi nga, yun nga yung last game namin na talo kami against Mpbl.
3-4 standing before tonight's win. Hindi daw yun ang normal na win-loss record ng San Juan Knights. So how important is this win for you?
Malaking bagay ito noon sa nagawa namin na panalo kasi nga kailangan pa namin magpanalo kasi nga 3-4 kami. Kasi ngayon 4-4 na. Kaya tuloy-tuloy na yung momentum namin.
Now with this great effort, I'm sure masaya sa dugout mamaya pati pag-uwi. Paano nyo dadalhin itong magandang energy na ito in your next games?
Tuloy-tuloy lang. And pray palagi kay Lord na sana, yun na nga, laging manalo.
Alright, Judel, now this is your chance para bumate at magpasalamat.
Una-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa binigay niyang panalo, and then salamat kay Boss Jeremy, kay Sen, kay Boss Teddy, sa Marinero Filipino, sa lahat ng sponsors, sa lahat ng mga sponsors, and sa taga Davao, taga Matina, taga Mati, taga Pandahitan, Tibungol, and sa mga papa ko, and sa asawa ko, and sa baby ko na nandito.
Alright, again, congratulations. That's our best player of the game, Judel Fuentes. Ngayon ibalik sa ating panel. Happy and
Thank you so much for that, Sydney. Once again, an 84-56 victory by the San Juan Knights over the home team, the Muntinlupa Cagers. Congratulations to Judel Fuentes and the rest of their squad for picking up victory number 4. And that was it for your Monday triple header games tomorrow. Nueva Ecija facing Bacoor City, Gensan against Valenzuela in the second game, and another unbeaten team, the Zamboanga Families Brand Sardines, going up against the Manila Stars in the main game. That's going to be all in Paco Arena. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for my partner Garen Delorde, for Miss Sydney Crespo, and for all the hardworking men and women of our production staff. This has been Javi Palanya saying good night from Muntinlupa. Ito ang Mpbl, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
Buong bansa'y magsama-sama in 5-4